The rain has stopped. Oh, it came down pretty hard just now, but it stopped. So we're at Kallang. This is the legal fishing area in Kallang. I'm using my favorite lure for Kallang, which is I don't know if you can see it. It's a Pins Minnow by Yozuri. It's the smallest size of Pins Minnow. Now what I like to do is I just work my way down the bank, cast and retrieve. A few different types of retrieves that I do is I do a straight retrieve where I cast it out and I just slowly retrieve it. Now that doesn't really work that well in Kallang, or at least I found it doesn't work very well. What works better actually is it's a twitch and stop, or a jerk and pause, however you want to call it. So it's a jerk and pause, and you can jerk it again. Now, as with any legal fishing spot in Singapore, you can't really expect much, but let's see what we can get. I don't know if you can tell, but the water's pretty clear. So something I learned from just watching other folks fish. It's called matching the hatch. I think that's what they call it. You try to look at what small bait fish there are in the water, what color they are. Now, I mean, local waters are just full of random fish that people throw in, so I don't even know what the bait fish are called here, but they are generally silver and brown, which is why I chose this color. I believe this is the baby perch or something. It's silver on the bottom, it's brown on the top, and it has a bit of pink or purple, which seems to work well in Singapore across the board. Another retrieve that I like to do is a really fast twitching random kind of retrieve where you just cast it out and you just twitch. You retrieve it constantly and you twitch it all the way back. This kind of causes what we call a reaction strike, where the fishes are not exactly striking for food, but they're just striking because something appears in front of them or something irritates them. Yeah, so where was I? Reaction strikes, yes. When bears are spawning, they're not hungry. They're more interested in protecting their fry than actually eating. So the only way you're going to be able to catch them is if you induce an aggression strike or reaction strike. There we go. Yeah. Now with this setup, I'm in an ultralight setup, so I try not to lift the fish vertically out of the water. So as I was saying, on an ultralight setup, you don't want to lift the fish vertically out of the water because some shit is going to happen if you do that. What do I mean? By some shit, the hooks are really small. I'm using size 14 hooks on this Pins Minnow. I'm using 6-pound line, 6-pound leader. If you just lift the fish right out the water, and the fish is big enough, your hooks might just open up, your line might snap. Yeah, and you're going to lose that fish. Or you're going to end up breaking your hooks, which no one wants to do. So there, nice peacock bass. Alright, and the release. Alright, some surface activity. I think this is applicable to any location. If you see surface activity of the particular species that you're going for, if you cast there, chances are you're going to get a hit. Not every time, but the chances are pretty high. So you want to keep your eyes open, watch for surface activity. There we go. That's a small one. Small enough. Hi. Seems they're hitting on a very light twitchy retrieving. Alright, surface activity. So light twitchy retrieve seems like what they like to do. So just a light twitch. I don't know if you could see that, but when that happens, when the water splashes like that, they're usually small. Oh, there we go. That's a nice one. There's one.